Yo guys, and welcome back to another video, and welcome back to another Doctor Who video. And as we always do on a Tuesday every week, it's basically Doctor Who Tuesday, where we bring you brand new Doctor Who videos every single week, even when there may not be as much Doctor Who news. And luckily at the moment there is plenty of Doctor Who news going around, so we're 100% good for videos every single week. And even if there is a little bit of a drought on Doctor Who news, I will look everywhere far and wide for something to report Doctor Who wise. So you are guaranteed a Doctor Who video every single week on this YouTube channel. So yeah. But yeah, today we're going to be looking at the spin-off series which is coming very very soon, The War Between the Land and the Sea, an expected 2025/2026 spin-off series, possibly could be coming out the end of 2025, although this is not confirmed yet, and obviously we will bring you all the news as soon as they do confirm the date of release, trailers, etc, etc. But yeah, we spoke in the last video about Season 2, so in today's video, we're going to be speaking about the next thing in line, which is obviously this spin-off. Now, as with Season 2, there was a lot of leaked information about the season. Obviously, take it with a pinch of salt, it's not 100%, as is anything really that isn't like officially confirmed. But there is some good things that do suggest that some of these things could be possibly true. And as there was a lot of stuff about the second season, there's also some stuff about this spin-off series that's been thrown in there as well. So I'm going to be looking over all the points and basically showing them all, and yeah, explaining my thoughts, etc. on each one of these points. And yeah, that's basically going to be this whole video. So if you enjoyed this kind of content, if you enjoy Doctor Who videos and you like Doctor Who in general, or you just want to keep up with the latest Doctor Who news, then hit that subscribe button, because as I said before in this video, we do weekly Doctor Who videos every single Tuesday, so make sure to hit that subscribe button right now, and also smash a like on this video if you want me to do more videos surrounding the War Between the Land and the Sea. This could be videos even such as like trailer breakdowns and all that kind of content when the content does actually come out. So if that's something that you'd like to see on this channel, then please do like this video. But without further ado, let's get into the actual stuff, the meat of this video, as you could say. But yeah, also I do want to say as well, we do have a review coming out this week as well, and I have been hyping this review for a while, but we're going to be reviewing the 15th Doctor's Sonic Screwdriver by Character Options. This review will be coming out later on this week, so keep your eyes peeled, and yeah, it's just nice to be able to release this review finally. But yeah, this will be the most detailed review on the actual toy itself on YouTube. So yeah, fully get down to this review and stay tuned and subscribe so that you definitely know when it is out. So let's go ahead and have a look at our first bullet point on here, which is basically an event will happen at the end of Season 2 which will lead the Doctor wanting to somewhat distance himself from humanity, and then fearing that he puts too many people in danger. So this kind of relays on to the last bit about the finale. If you haven't seen the last video, I would strongly recommend going to check it out. It's very very cool, and there's a lot of stuff that we go over in that video, so definitely check it out after this one if you haven't already. Or maybe yeah, so let's fully get into this. So I feel like this is going to be a moment where the humanity or the human race does something that the Doctor disagrees with, and the first sort of thing that comes into my mind when I say about that is, you know, that scene back in the old Russell T Davies era when I think it is in the Christmas Invasion or one of them episodes. It's definitely one of them. But yeah, basically what happens is Harriet Jones basically gets UNIT to fire and blow up a Sycorax ship whilst it is retreating, and this almost tests the Doctor's faith in humanity. And I think we could have a similar scenario to this, maybe even something a little bit different, but something equally as shocking, which would cause the Doctor to somewhat distance himself from humanity. And I think that will explain, potentially, I mean, this does seem pretty probable, because it would explain why the Doctor is not going to be showing up very much, even if at all, in this Doctor Who spin-off series, because, well, he isn't confirmed in the cast, and really I think, you know, you don't want the Doctor to be constantly in spin-offs, because that kind of just defeats the point of having a spin-off, in my opinion. So it would be nice to see the reason for why the Doctor isn't there in these scenarios. You know, you're going to have sea devils arising out of the water, and I mean, there's got to be a pretty good explanation for why the Doctor isn't there to stop that. So that explanation we are definitely going to be getting at the end of season 2, 100%. So the second out of the 4 bullet points is, with the Doctor being out of reach during the events of the war between the land and the sea, it will be revealed that the Master is now a prisoner of UNIT, and he'll be forced to help with the Sea Devil situation, finally giving him the chance to be a hero, kind of similar to Loki. Now, I haven't watched Loki, but yeah, I definitely get this idea. They kind of explored it a little bit with Missy back in the Peter Capaldi era, where Missy kind of became a bit of an ally to the Doctor in some episodes, so it's quite interesting and something that would be really, really interesting to explore. And also, yeah, I think it would be a great idea to bring the Master into this new rebooted era of Doctor Who, because, you know, the Master is such a big part of Doctor Who, and I think that the Master does need to get his time, essentially. So yeah, that's definitely something that I'd like to see. And also having the Master as a prisoner, it kind of gives the throwback vibes to like series 10 of the Peter Capaldi era. So yeah, I think that it would be a really, really nice thing to explore. And then it says also here, a bullet point, third out of the fourth, says the Master will be played by Russell Tovey, which is quite interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up a picture of Russell Tovey right now, so you guys can see who we're on about. And yeah, as you can see, he is a returning character. Well, I don't even know if he is a returning character, because it isn't really obvious what kind of character he's going to be playing in this, but it would be kind of interesting to have this character show up as the Master. And as we have had with, we know that Time Lords can replicate familiar faces, as we saw with the 12th Doctor replicating the face of the man he saw as the 10th Doctor in the Fires of Pompeii. So that is definitely something that we have seen happen in Doctor Who before. So it'd be interesting to see, maybe this happens again, as Russell Tovey did play Alonso back in Voyage of the Damned and a couple of other episodes as well in the 10th Doctor's era. So it would be nice to see this sort of little thing, and maybe the Master has somehow integrated with this kind of thing, and yeah, maybe somehow he has the same face as Alonso. That would be quite an interesting theory, and quite an interesting thing to explore, I suppose. But yeah, I do think he would be able to play a good Master. I think, yeah, he does look Master-esque, so I think that could go down quite well. And then we have I'm not going to attempt, I'm going to try and attempt to pronounce his name, but I'm probably going to butcher it. You've got Gugu Mbatha Raw will play a scientist / activist siding with the Sea Devils. Now, yeah, it is kind of public knowledge that this spin-off series is going to be very, very, like, based on climate change and stuff, which I don't know if I'm, like, a massive fan of that, because, well, one side of me thinks, well, it could be a really, really good idea. Maybe the Sea Devils are pissed off that humans are polluting the water, and it would be a good motive for them to attack the humans, but also I think it could just lean into this really preachy save the environment kind of thing, which they kind of did in Orphan 55, I believe, and they did it a little bit in the Jodie Whittaker era, and it just didn't really... It just seemed a bit awkward placement. It just wasn't subtle at all. Didn't really tie into the storyline an awful lot, apart from it being about climate change. And yeah, it just seemed a little bit forced. So I hope that they don't do that in this spin-off series, and I hope that if they do implement that in, and they do make it sort of a key element, that they do tie it in with the plot line. And I mean, that is one thing that, looking back over season 1 of Doctor Who, the Russell T Davies era, or the rebooted Russell T Davies era, I must add, yeah, that's one thing that Russell doesn't seem to be able to do very well on this time around. His subtlety, his subtlety to acknowledge certain subject areas without feeling very, very forced into the storyline. So there's numerous different things, and I do plan on making a bit of an updated video where I just go over all of season 1 and basically flood my thoughts on each episode now that I've rewatched them a few times, because that is kind of an interesting thing. The more I rewatch these things, the more... There are definitely moments in season 1 that felt very, very forced, and that didn't really serve that much of a purpose in being there, and just didn't really tie in with the storyline that much. I did make acceptances on my first watch, but I think that's because I was very, very excited that Doctor Who was back, and that we were getting Russell T Davies back and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to watch that season again and properly sort of analyse it now that we've had some time to rewatch and we've got the footage there. So yeah, that's basically it for this whole video, and yeah, pretty interesting video. Haven't done one on the spin-off series for quite a bit of time, so yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So thank you all so much for watching this video, this whole Doctor Who video. Yeah, thanks for watching. Comment, like and subscribe as usual. Review is coming later this week, so keep your eyes peeled for that. It's going to be a really, really cool video. I'm super excited to release that. So yeah, thanks for watching. Comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.